You gave them everything: the food they like, the comfort they needed, the life you never had. And now, they barely look at you. They ignore your words, roll their eyes, or act like you're invisible. It hurts. Deep down, it really hurts. But before you scream or beg, listen. Psychology has uncovered something powerful. Your children's lack of respect isn't just about them. It's about subtle mistakes you may be repeating without even realizing it. And today, you'll discover the 6 hidden behaviors that push children away, and exactly what to do to bring them back, with calm, confidence, and respect. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the like button. This journey is too important to miss. Let's begin. Mistake number 1. Too much advice, not enough listening. Many parents believe their role is to constantly offer solutions, give advice, and correct every mistake. But here's what psychology reveals. Most children aren't actually looking for answers. They just want to feel heard. Imagine opening up to a friend about something that's bothering you. Instead of listening, they immediately interrupt with a list of suggestions and corrections. Wouldn't that leave you feeling unseen, even dismissed? That's exactly how your child feels when you rush to give instructions before truly acknowledging their emotions. Start with one simple rule. Listen more than you speak. When your child comes to you angry, frustrated, or even stubborn, resist the urge to lecture. Sit down, focus on their face, on the tone of their voice, and gently say, "I'm here. Go on, I'm listening." Let them speak until they're done. Don't interrupt. Don't correct. Just listen. Once they finish, instead of jumping to advice, ask, "What do you think? How do you want to handle this?" That single question gives them a sense of ownership. It shows that you respect their mind, not just their behavior. And that respect becomes mutual. Light bulb, a small daily ritual. Spend just 10 minutes each day listening to your child without interrupting or offering any guidance. Make it a habit. You'll be amazed how quickly they start coming to you, not just for problems, but for connection. Mistake number 2, trying to control instead of leading. There's a powerful difference between a controlling parent and a guiding parent. One leads through fear, the other through respect. The controlling parent demands immediate obedience. No questions, no explanations. But when a child obeys out of fear, there's no real connection. Deep down, they're not cooperating, they're complying. And compliance fades the moment they sense freedom. That's when defiance and emotional distance begin to grow. True leadership as a parent doesn't come from raising your voice. It comes from raising your emotional awareness. Instead of saying, "Because I said so," try, "Let me explain why this matters." This shift in language opens space for dialogue, not just direction. You might say, "I know you'd rather be playing right now. I get it, that sounds more fun. But we agreed that study time comes first. Let's figure out a plan together so you can enjoy both." By involving them in the process, you show them that their feelings and opinions matter, even when boundaries must be enforced. Light bulb insight from developmental psychology. Children don't learn how to behave by being told what to do. They learn by watching how you behave. In conflict, under pressure, when things don't go your way. Your tone, your calm, your consistency, these are the real teachers. So don't aim to control your child. Lead them, and the respect you model is the respect you earn. Mistake number 3, emotional dismissal in disguise. You may think you're just being practical when you tell your child, "I'm busy right now, later." Not now, we'll talk about it after. But psychology has a name for this unintentional emotional neglect. It doesn't take hours of attention to make a child feel loved. Sometimes all it takes is one moment of real presence. When emotional bids are constantly postponed or brushed off, the child begins to retreat inward. They stop expressing, stop asking, and slowly they start ignoring you too. They don't do this out of spite. They do it to protect themselves. If a child feels that their emotions won't be received, they learn to silence them, even from you. So the shift begins with awareness. When your child approaches you, even when you're in the middle of something, pause just for a few seconds. Look them in the eyes. Smile gently. Say, "I love that you came to me. I'm finishing something important." but I'll be all yours in 5 minutes. And I mean it. In that brief exchange, you've sent a powerful message. You matter. I see you. And I'll be here for you. Light bulb, a tool from behavioral psychology. Make daily physical connection a ritual. A hand on the shoulder, a hug, eye contact with intention. These small nonverbal cues say what words often fail to. You are safe with me. You are important. These quiet reassurances rebuild bridges that frustration has torn down. And without raising your voice, you start winning back their heart. Mistake number 4, treating your child like a failing project under constant repair. You always mess this up. How many times do I have to tell you? You never get it right. Words meant to correct end up creating something far more harmful. A child who believes they're broken. Repeated criticism, even when well-intended, can slowly shape a child's internal identity. In psychology, this is called acquired negative self-image, a state where the child stops seeing mistakes as isolated events and starts seeing them as proof of who they are. They begin to expect failure, and when someone expects failure, they shut down. They defend themselves with silence, rebellion, or emotional distance. That's why the true shift starts with your perception. Begin to look at your child not as a faulty machine that needs fixing, but as a person who's learning, growing, trying, even when they fall short. Highlight effort over perfection. Say things like, I noticed you tried to calm down when you were upset. That's a big step. I'm proud of you for speaking your mind respectfully. Each time you recognize progress, even the smallest kind, you nourish their self-worth. You water the parts of them you want to grow. And as your child begins to feel seen for who they are becoming, not judged for what they lack, they naturally start opening up again. Brain from cognitive behavioral therapy. End each day by telling your child one thing you appreciated in their behavior, no matter how small. Over time, this nightly moment becomes a mirror where they begin to see themselves the way you see them. Worthy, capable, evolving. That's when the repair begins, not in them, but in the space between you both. Mistake number 5, lack of clear and firm boundaries. You might think giving your child complete freedom means you're an understanding parent. But the harsh truth is, a child without guidance is a child who loses their way. Not only in behavior, but also in the respect they feel for you. Psychology shows that children need safe boundaries to feel secure and stable. When these boundaries are missing, whether because of excessive leniency, hesitation, or threats without follow-through, their personality wobbles and their trust in you starts to weaken. The golden rule is this: be gentle in communication but firm in boundaries. If your child crosses a line, don't yell or punish harshly, but never ignore it. Stop them calmly and make the consequences clear and consistent. For example, I love you, but hitting your brother is never okay. We will talk after you calm down, but you can't go back to play right now. What you communicate here is crucial. I see you, I understand you, but I will not compromise on respect or values. From developmental psychology, children respect parents who know how to say no more than those who say yes to everything. Because clear no's give them an inner sense of safety, the very foundation of lasting respect. Your child may not say it out loud, but they feel it. They sense whether you truly listen or just give orders. They feel if you care or if you control. They feel whether you see them as a person or just a problem to fix. Regaining their respect doesn't start from the outside. It starts from within, from your intention, your words, your way of seeing them. Remember, no child is born disrespectful to their parents, but the way we treat them shapes the relationship. If you find yourself making one or more of these mistakes, don't worry. Change begins with awareness. So now that you know what pushes them away, what will you do to bring them closer? Backhand index pointing down, tell us in the comments. What's one thing you struggled with in your relationship with your child, or one thing that changed everything for the better? Your story might help another parent more than you know.